Hello, this is Austin from the Lukewarm Cinema Podcast, and you are listening to the BS Podcast Network.
Hey man, what up? You're listening to the Magic Our Way Podcast with your hosts, Kevin, Danny, Eli, and Lee, man. These are some good old boys from New Orleans, and you should just kick back, open your ear holes, and listen, man. Have fun. JMU saying, stooch to the dooch.
Jumbo, everyone.
Harambe.
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way Podcast.
They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante San, everyone. You're listening to the Magic Our Way Podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana, in the United States of America. We are artistic buffs talking about Disney stuff. And this is a show in which every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us today. We are discussing some recent Disney news. My name is Kevin.
And I am Danny.
And on this show, we follow the Disney concept of edutainment, where we focus on your entertainment, and along the way, you just might learn a thing or two.
Hey.
And as always, to join in our discussion, we have our resident comic genius from ivorycomics.com, Mr. Eli Ivory.
Hey,
what's up? Hey,
what's going on, y'all? How you doing? Happening. Saturday happening.
Saturday, escaped, yeah.
Oh, I escaped, that's right. Escaped from sleep. It was tough, but I did it.
You crawled out of bed and you won.
I did.
You straight.
It was like Alcatraz.
The Rock.
Made it.
The Rock.
So The Rock was in bed with you? What?
Oh, yeah, that's what made me wake up and say, I better get out of here.
Yeah, he said, "Can you smell?" and left it like that.
He's like, you want some rock bottom? I was like, no thanks, I'm good, I'm awake.
I had some last night.
Yeah. I had some last night. Too much in one day. Yes.
Oh, man. And speaking of rock bottoms, we have a resident travel agent for Magical Moments Vacations, the Shaggy TA Cheese Wizard Lee Lastavica. Hey, Lee.
Gentlemen, how are we doing?
Gentlemen, we're good.
Got a little shout out to our super producer, Alan, who's going to Disney World in October. Congratulations, sir. Thanks for booking that with the Magic Our Way podcast.
Did he?
What?
Anniversary
Look
trip.
at that.
Yeah, October. He's going to miss him by a week, man. I'm going to be there. I'll be waving to him on the plane on my way home as he's coming in.
Oh, that's cute. You planned that, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's cute.
That's what a good travel agent does.
I know.
Yeah, I kind of almost forgot what it's like. What it feels like.
It's like riding a bike.
Well, Alan, thank you for supporting the Magic Our Way podcast. We appreciate it. Do we want to peel back the curtain a little bit and you could say hey?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Lee was really helpful. He's going to be the man because he's going to get me an Oga's Cantina reservation. He's going to give it 5 a.m., he said. He didn't actually say that, but he just found out about it right now.
Nice.
Yeah, we're doing that. And what did you say? You want to do California Grill for your anniversary? Maybe Narcoossee's?
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Depends on how much money we're going to spend.
Hook him up for that California
Grill?
brunch.
Brunch? Oh, the brunch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
What they're doing brunch or not? I have to look at that. So, but congratulations, sir, on your anniversary.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great.
That beautiful stuff.
And speaking of Alan, man, make sure that you are subscribed to us on YouTube, as great things will be coming your way thanks to him. He's doing a lot of our video production stuff, and you can see us do our thing live on YouTube. It's going to be great. We'll be posting different segments from our podcast right there on that YouTube page. So it'll be a lot better than that static image with the waveform that we've been doing in the past year or so. So this is a step up as we get our groove on towards show number 400. So we're always improving. Keep moving forward. That's right.
Yes, sir. Hey, I actually got a new Cooking with Magic video for you, Kevin. I'll send it your way tonight. Yeah, so finally got off my ass and figured out how to do iMovie instead of waiting for my daughter to edit the video for me. So I got one for you, man. It'll be in the Dropbox tonight.
Awesome. Do you want to tease out what you're cooking on this one so listeners can keep
Well, this is going to be a special off-site episode. We're going to do the chicken sandwich challenge. I'm sure Danny's really excited to hear how this comes out, but we went and sampled all the different chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A and Popeyes and all that. So we're doing a little off-site. We're gonna rank them out, see who has the best chicken sandwich out there, if anyone can beat Chick-fil-A or not.
So you're not actually cooking anything. You're just
this week. No, it's a special edition off-site dining.
All right.
But I got a couple in the bank that I need to edit. That'll be get back to the cooking.
So this has nothing to do with Disney.
Nothing to do with Disney. Nothing to do with anything. But just a fun little video for you guys to enjoy.
Okay, cool.
How's your heart?
Oh man, let me tell you.
It's full
of cholesterol.
No spoilers, but let me tell you, by the end of that day, I could have drank like a gallon of water. I was so dehydrated from all that salty chicken and fried chicken. But hey, the things we do for our fans, it never ends.
So if you want to see Lee eat some chicken, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. And you can catch all that fun with our video podcast episodes and the Cooking with Magic series that Lee does for
Good
us.
stuff.
Good stuff.
I like how Lee's like, yeah, I did it for the listeners. Yeah, right.
It was a request.
Yeah.
I gotta know what's the best chicken sandwich on the planet.
No, he did it all for the Nookie.
Yeah.
The Nookie.
Is that number 4 ranked on the chicken sandwiches, the Nookie?
Yep. The
There you go.
Nookie. So you can put in
The
your
Nookie sandwich.
Cookie.
cookie.
And stick it in your butt.
And your
What?
In your
What?
Yeah. Anyway, guys, look. We have a great show lined up for you today. As I mentioned at the top of the show, we are discussing some Disney news, the biggest of which is the unveiling of the Disney Wish, the newest ship to join the Disney Cruise Line fleet. And Danny's very excited about that.
Oh, I
Maybe
am.
you can book that ship someday.
About as excited as I am to hear about Lee's chicken sandwich video.
So, guys, enough of our jibber jabber or bok, 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 bok. It's time. Let's go discuss some recent Disney news magic. Welcome to the Q, and this is a segment in which we get to discuss all the news and happenings in the world of Disney today. And one of the biggest news things that we have is about Trader Sam and his Lost and Found. Concept art has been revealed for the new final scene coming to the Jungle Cruise in both the Magic Kingdom and Disneyland parks. It seems like Trader Sam has decided to up his game to become Trader Sam Coenga, proprietor of a new one-of-a-kind gift shop featuring some very unique jungle curios and gifts. Word on the stream is that Alberta Falls, proprietor of the Jungle Navigation Company Limited, has entrusted her longtime friend Trader Sam to manage the new Lost and Found location. But with Trader Sam being Trader Sam, there's always an opportunity to make some extra money. My man.
Wait, where did you come up with the Coanga from?
Well, I remember from the shows and stuff, like he would go collect stuff from Hollywood and he would bring it back to the store to sell, and it was a bunch of different curios. And I'm like, I think this is what Trader Sam is doing in the jungle.
Okay.
Like a bunch of lost and found things and curios and people that things are lost. And here it is. So somebody lost it. I didn't have to pay for it. I'm going to just turn around and sell it to you.
Sell it back. We sell.
I was wondering there for a second because, that brought me right back to Sal from Hollywood Studios. So I was wondering if they had given him a last name and I just missed it. And
No, that's something I gave. I dubbed him Trader Sam Coenga.
I like
Sam
it.
Coanga. Nicely done.
I like it.
Yeah, he's friends of Sal.
Yeah.
In the back. He's cousins.
He's like, go
Glass
get him.
removed on his mother's side.
Go talk to him.
Yeah, we're going to sell curios and gifts. I had to look up the term for curios.
I'm just imagining Sam going to through all the different areas of all the different parks and stealing everyone's stuff that they got left on the ride vehicles.
Well, Sam Olsen swoops in and he takes everything out and he brings it back to the store
Brings it
real
back.
quickly.
Everybody comes back looking for it.
Yeah.
Say, did you see a wallet? No, but I got a brown right over here for $17. You can have it. Like,
And he
that's
gets
my
Red Wing
wallet.
to help him out. Right?
There you go. Yeah, it flies right to you. Speedy delivery.
Exactly.
Bam.
Speedy delivery.
That's it. It is.
But anyway, yeah, what do you guys think of this, man? It's a final scene. So it's not an actual gift shop, but there is a gift shop somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of mixed on this because on the one hand, I like it. I like the look of it. I think it's clever. I think it's a better representation than the animatronic figure, to be sure. Like I think it's kind of makes sense that something like that might be in the jungle. But this isn't really Disney's not swinging for the fences here. This isn't a home run. This is like a bunt. I would say maybe even like a sacrifice bunt.
Oh, wow.
Just to
Close your eyes, hope it works.
Well, I mean, we didn't mention it in the actual story itself, but they did say that Sam will be, quote unquote, out lost and finding some new inventory during this scene. So you're not going to see Trader Sam. So I think what they're saying here is that we've lost a physical representation of what Trader Sam looks like.
100%. I think that's their way to work themselves out of this and still be able to say, well, this is how Trader Sam's name is on it, but we don't have to have a representation of that particular individual, because they could have just maybe made a new animatronic, but then you'd have that as a problem too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what ethnic origin do you pick? I mean, do you go with the one in Disneyland? Do you go with the one in Disney World? And then if you decide, let's say you go with the Trader Sam from Disneyland and you pick the African representation of Trader Sam, well, I mean, this version of Trader Sam sounds like he's a bit of a con man, a bit of a shyster, a shyster, if you will. You're gonna, in this political climate, you're gonna make the black man a crook.
The black man do. You do nothing.
So yeah, I think they were probably like, yeah, let's just play it safe. And the only other thing you could have done was make Trader Sam white, and that would have been, I think that would have been even worse, wouldn't it have?
Yes.
Yeah, well, then you would have been like, it'd have been colonization.
Trader Samuel.
Right. Now you're taking role away from character of ethnic origin and giving it to Whitey.
Yeah, why the white man got to figure out to turn profit into it?
Exactly.
Yeah, that could happen. That's a possibility.
So I
Trader
understand
Samuel.
it.
Yeah, Trader Samuel.
Trader Samuel Jackson.
Samuel.
There's some good Cheerios.
Trader Sammy.
Trader Sammy.
Hey, Sammy.
Well, if Disney wanted to play it safe, they could have licensed my rights, and I would totally done that and worked out a contract.
You'd have signed
with them,
up.
and they could have used my likeness in their curio shop to sell their curios.
That'd have been like a picture of you giving a disclaimer.
Absolutely.
I am fine with this likeness because it looks like me.
I'll have a Magic Our Way polo on, and I just subtly hinted like the hidden Mickeys.
Okay.
We'll have on there. Yeah. So Disney, copyright Magic Our Way 2021.
Yeah.
If you want to license my look or any of our looks, actually. I'm more than welcome to. Or all four of our looks.
Where's the top hat?
I'll be a Trader Sam.
I'll be the elephant. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll squirt water on your guests.
Surprise. Yeah.
I can hock some Magic Our Way beard oil.
You can hold the underwear that those little monkeys in the picture are holding.
I think I have those exact boxers in my closet right now, or in my drawers. Like they're red boxers with white Mickey Mouse heads on them.
Oh,
wow. Your wife loves that, huh?
That's my sexy time boxers.
That's your sexy time boxers, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to know how Lila Savica gets down, he gets down with red.
Brown.
That's right.
Red and white
boxers.
Good for
Look
Valentine's
like the minivan.
Day. Yeah.
The minivans, yeah.
my one concern with this though, is when you have the faceless character, it's kind of like when we went to Oga's. Remember, we're like, well, where's Oga? Oh, Oga's not here. So what do? You
Just
Google
there.
search Oga, and you're like, oh, this is what she looks like. So isn't people going to be like, well, like I understand maybe future generations will forget about what Trader Sam used to look like, but you're going to Google them and you're going to see the exact physical representations of them that you didn't want the guests to see in the first place.
Right.
As long as they're a historical Disney podcast on the market, no one will ever forget what the original Trader Sam looks
That's
like.
the truth.
And maybe you wouldn't think that to be so much of a problem, but I mean, look at Splash Mountain. There's absolutely no reference to Song of the South, Uncle Remus, any of that. It's just the cartoon characters. And people are like, yes, but that represents the movie that represents, so it's very possible people can look at something that isn't there and be like, yeah, it's still referencing something that was not politically correct, or however you want to put it.
I bet you somebody's going to say, since if they use this concept art and make this real, they're going to say, hey, this is terrible to animals. They're making the animal slave laborers or something like that. Why are the monkeys or the chimpanzees harboring over these drawers that we wear for Valentine's Day and selling them? This is terrible to animals or something. There'll always be something, and they shouldn't. I do think that it would be nice if the character was represented.
I agree.
We understand why. So we don't, understand why. But yeah, I mean, it's like, it would be as if it's like, here's Kevin's house. Well, where's Kevin? We don't know. He just waiting.
He had to go to work today.
Not here. Is Kevin coming back?
He's not here.
We don't know. He got Cheerios though to sell, and Cheerios, you want them?
Curios and Cheerios.
Yeah, you get all that.
It's like Disney giving a big FU to all the social justice warriors out there who are all like, yay, we did it. We got it changed, and we made them go ahead and represent. And Disney's like, yeah, no, we're not going to recast him. You get a shack.
Yeah.
You're going to get a shack, and good luck finding anything to be mad about it with that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I said. Maybe if they had maybe an animatronic of his arm coming out, waving or something.
What if it was actually Shaq
Oh.
O'Neal?
I don't think that place is big enough if that was the actual Shaq.
Well, if his head was poking out of the shack, wouldn't that be funny? Shaq poking out of the shack?
Would you go to Shaq's Enchanted Tiki Bar?
I would.
I think I would, actually. What was that thing, Space Jam, when he was in Space Jam?
No,
that wasn't Space Jam. What was that thing that he was in? Some kind of movie basketball. Kazam. That's it, Kazam. Oh, my God, Kazam.
Oh, there was a genie. Oh, no, he was a basketball. He did Blue Chips.
Yeah.
It was that? Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, we're going too far down
Too
the
far,
road.
I know.
Well, speaking of which, I mean, the concept art itself is beautiful.
Yeah,
I would like to have that
awesome.
and frame it and put it up somewhere. Yeah, but so whoever the artist that did this thing, man, it's freaking awesome.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
beautiful.
very good art.
Props to them. I don't know who it is. I wish we had names of the guys that did this, because I would give them a shout out because this is pretty killer.
Mm-hmm.
No, it did. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, wow, that's really well done. But that's when I read it and I saw that, Trader Sam's going to be out finding new inventory. And I'm like, oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
It is sad. So let us know what you think about this Shack, baby, too cold. Let us know if you would dig this new final scene that's coming to the Jungle Cruise and the Love Shack, the Shack O'Neal,
Shackalicious.
Yes, all that kind of stuff, man. Let us know what you think about this. If you're cool with it, that's cool. And then, let us know. Show at magicourway.com.
Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie your napkin.
And here we are on guest services, and this is a segment in which we get to service you, the listener. So, first up, back on Magic Our Way show number 102. Number 102. He was our first guest that we ever had on the show. And this is Dave Tavers, the founder of Mouse Mingle.
Oh,
remember that?
Dave. Yes, I do remember Dave on Mouse Mingle. Right.
Great. Yeah, he's been wanting to get him back on. I think we need to because he wrote us an email letting us know what's happening on Mouse Mingle. So, Eli, you might be interested.
Okay.
And he says, "Hi, Magic Our Way. As one Disney fan content creator to another, I want to let you know that mousemingle.com is free right now. And I thought your followers would benefit from hearing about it from you. And why would your followers want to hear about this? Because it is an opportunity for Disney fans to meet their Mickey or Minnie for free and find some magic in a new relationship."
That's lovely.
Man, that's poetry right there.
That is.
Turkey Leg 69, getting back on the platform.
Gotta come out of time.
That's right.
Watch out.
And he says, the site has always been about people, relationships, and magic, and it's been up over for 5 years. And PayPal just told us that our Disney fan dating site violates their acceptable use policy.
What? What? So wait, Disney's mad at them?
I don't know. I don't understand that. Yeah, it's kind of weird. And he says, "I'm guessing you'd agree that Disney dating site is a wholesome and about fun and magic. Apparently, PayPal is the one doing this. Doesn't agree, and they won't process payments for us anymore. So rather than canceling the parade, we fix our payment processing. We decided to give everyone full access to the site for free."
Wow.
Yeah, and he rounds up his email to say, "I love sharing my experiences of people who have met and fallen in love with their on Mouse Mingle, finding their Disney, husbands, Disney wives, Disney forever partners. If you have any questions or he wants to chat, please do reach out." Yeah, so if you want to get in touch with him, Dave at mousemingle.com, if you're interested in this thing or if you want to help him out. Yeah, apparently PayPal's giving him some stuff.
I got to tell you this, man. Like, a lot of people, that's what I was going to say. A lot of people do not use PayPal anymore. And I'm sure it's still a popular site, but just like younger people aren't on Facebook, like I know a lot of people that I deal with, they don't have PayPal. They got Zeal, they got
Cash
Venmo, all this other stuff. Like it's hardly ever that someone I run into wants to actually use PayPal. I don't know if there's like a lot of like, what do you call it, like charges involved or like how that goes for the seller, but most people I know, they're not even using PayPal.
Yeah, check with Google Pay. I mean, if somebody has a Google account, they can automatically sign into that, tied to that. They log in with that. There you go. You can still have your premium service, if you will.
What do you think, Eli? You going to do it? It's free. Free is a good thing. You like free.
Hard for me to turn down free in dating.
Ain't no such thing as free in dating.
I don't know if that's how it works.
That if you're good enough, it should.
If you're good enough and you're smart enough and women really like you.
Yeah. By God, if she's close to 70, you got a shot.
Take it to the park.
Feed
the ducks.
Feed the ducks. Get coffee after you put
that's
your hair.
Not free. That's not free.
After you put a hair in it.
Oh,
there you go.
Sit down in a restaurant and eat those free crackers.
Exactly. Get the breadsticks and stuff. Say now it's time to get out. There's a couple of ways. Get the Groupon together.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you like Turkey Leg 69, which we still own the domain name, by the way.
Yes, indeed.
If you go to turkeyleg69.com, it redirects to magicourway.com.
I'll do that, and I did make some friends off of the site.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so there's some pretty cool.
Well,
people.
reconnect, establish a free connection on Mouse Mingle, and maybe Dave can help you find love too.
All right. Well, Dave, we'll have to go and reach out and make sure that happens. I want to get the full access, get all the access.
Well, if Dave can find him love, then I do think we need to have Dave back on the show.
Well, I did email him and then send an invite. We've been wanting to have him back on because he was very fun and interesting to discuss. I remember that. That was a great way to start our interviewing realm. I don't know what to call it. He was an awesome first guest. I'd love to have him back on. It was great.
Yes, yeah, he was just putting it together. I think when we talked,
He was. It was fairly new, and I can't believe it's been 5 years. I can't believe it was show 102 when we last had him on.
I thought it was a great idea. I mean, I really did. Offering Disney is such an important part of my life as a fan. I don't know if I could date somebody that wasn't into Disney.
Right.
Yes.
Be married to somebody where it's like I got to fight you every.
What was that? What was that thing that the Roberges love that you say from one show a long time ago? It was like, I don't have time to explain to you why we have to go to Disney every year or something like that.
Oh, yeah. That does sound like something I would have said. But that's absolutely true.
Yeah,
I mean, who wants to fight with somebody about, look, like, why do you want to go back there? We can go to England. We can go to, like,
you don't understand.
Mount Rushmore. We can go see.
Yeah, you proposed at Disney to your
I did.
wife, right? Yeah, so that's a special.
California Grill, is that right? Fireworks?
Yeah. And she's been, like, getting all weepy and nostalgic for Disney.
Good.
Yeah.
That's it.
Of course, she's been cooped up in the house for over a year.
Your love is overwhelming her.
Yes.
That's why she's getting teary-eyed because of the specialness.
Every single time a plane passes overhead, she just looks up and like,
if only.
That's my kid. My kid thinks that every plane is going to Disney World. Like, if he sees an airplane, he goes, it's going to Disney World.
Oh, man.
Well, guys, look, man, there's some awesome, fun Disney's guest services news. If you want to be on the show with your email and stuff, or voicemail or text message, show@magicourway.com. Shoot us a phone message thing at 89. What the hell is the
voicemail?
Number? Voicemail. Thank you.
Voicemail.
That phone message thing.
Yes.
You know, that way you call and you leave the thing and it talks back to you. That thing. Yeah, I'm 46. It's great. Let us know what you think. Get in touch with us. Here we are on the hub, and this is our main segment portion of the show. And we saved this news item for this segment because it's so big. How big, you say? It's as big as a ship. Ooh. Big as a cruise ship. It's probably the biggest cruise ship that Disney Cruise Line has offered. Here to bring you some major travel news from the Disney company is our own Lee Lasavico of Magical Moments Vacations, talking about the Disney Wish, the latest ship to join the Disney Cruise Line fleet. So, Lee, take it away, sir. Tell us about this. What's happening?
What is happening? This is a
Eli Ivory. What a great name.
You're not following, you're missing out. You're
missing out. If you're not on this ship, you're missing out.
Missing out.
So, yeah, as Kevin said, on April 25th, Disney unveiled their newest cruise ship, the Disney Wish. This is the 5th ship in the Disney Cruise Line fleet. So today we're going to talk about this ship, what all it has to offer.
All this ship.
Total ship.
We're going to talk ship today.
Man, we're full of ship today.
Always.
Yes.
You wish.
I said ship. Puh.
Ship.
I notice how I notice my P's.
YouTube is just waiting to demonetize us right now.
So let's talk about, before we get all to the cool stuff, juicy details, let me just talk about how you're going to book this. So general public, this is, keep in mind, these are for sailings for next year, summer of 2022. The general public can book on Thursday, May 27th. Okay. So anyone at any time, if you've never sailed before, anything like that, you can go on the 27th. You can book your next cruise on this new ship, the Wish. But before you can do that, you got to get in line behind all these other people. Okay?
That's right.
The Disney way. We want your money, but we like these people better.
Hurry up and wait for these people.
These people have already booked with us, and we want to give them a little extra something, you know?
Yes.
So you part of this, Dan? You part of these people that have previously booked?
No,
I am, though.
He is.
What? Right.
Eli, I'm one of those people.
Well, I am not know.
Yes.
I am but a simple common man.
I am Kevin Bottom Teat. Yes.
But they don't put any mushrooms in your omelet, sir.
No. I put them on the side with the sauce.
That's
how I do it, darling. What the hell did my voice change? I don't know what's going on. But anyway, go leave these. Who are these people? Who are these people?
Who these people is?
The regular general public.
Blocking us.
So before then, the day before on the 26th, anybody that has sailed at least once, these are Silver Castaway Club members.
That's me. That's me.
So you've sailed once?
I sailed twice.
Twice, okay.
I gave my money twice.
Damn.
What does that make you? Are you still silver?
I'm still silver. I haven't spent enough money to make it past anything else.
At least you're not bronze.
But you are DVC, so you could technically book on Tuesday the 25th.
I could, but you know what the problem with that is? The exchange monetarily between my points, using it towards a cruise versus paying cash, does not.
It's not a good trade.
It's not a good trade at all. So I might as well just pay cash for it because it's cheaper than using my points. I'd rather use my points for something else.
Damn.
As a DVC member, you can still book it and pay cash on that Tuesday. So you don't have to use your point. You just have to be a DVC member.
Ain't that a son of a bitch?
Dude, I hate all this ship.
Yeah, huh?
This is ridiculous. How many different segmenting?
There's more, Danny.
There's more.
There's more.
Ugh. Do you remember we talked the other show where you remember when you stayed at the All Stars and you got treated the same way as if you stayed at the Grand Floridian?
Yes.
And we're like, yeah, it's just not like that anymore. It even translates to the damn cruise line.
This is beyond that.
Big time. Oh, if you saw the video for this unveiling recently.
I did.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Especially if you got the money and you can book one of those suites. Oh my God!
Yes,
but we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah,
the 2-story suite. Whatever.
That's some big money grip money right there, man.
Yeah, it is.
Rick Suero needs to get in on this action.
Oh boy,
man, Rico.
That's
a long time a weekend. Anyway, so who are the
so
other
that's
people?
Tuesday the 25th for DVC members, and then on Monday the 24th, these are for Gold Castaway. So if you've had 5 sailings on any Disney Cruise Line ship, you're gold. Goldfinger.
I love gold.
Gold.
So all the money I spent in the parks doesn't mean a thing.
Nothing.
Don't mean a thing.
Yeah.
The fact that they've been holding my money in limbo for a year and a half doesn't mean a thing.
Don't be jack ship.
Yeah, I mean, technically, you haven't even sold once, so you got to go with the general public.
Not from a lack of trying.
You can't even get bronze Castaway for what you did.
Like
bronze.
I feel like, do they have like a Disney podcast host category?
Yeah, you get to lay in the cot with the rats.
Yeah, you book in December. Whatever's left over, that's what you get.
That's what you get.
You get to be, you get to wait tables.
You get to plug the holes in the ship.
Yeah, you get to be where all those people who drowned in the Titanic had to stay.
Exactly. You that guy that hits the piece of it when it's sinking.
Time out. I'd rather party with the crew than pay the people on board, I bet.
Okay.
I bet you there'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm sure. But then when they have to get up for work, and you're like, "Hey, excuse me, I'm silver."
No, it'd be like one of those things, "Oh, you hangover? I'm hungover too."
They're like, "Yeah, but I gotta steer the ship.
Let's go make magic."
Sounds good.
So,
all right, what else? Go ahead.
Yeah.
So the last level is platinum, but then they took the platinum and divided it up even more.
Oh,
so
damn.
Platinum, this is 10 or more sailings. You can book on Thursday the 20th. But if you're platinum with 15 or more sailings, you can book on the 19th. If you're platinum with 20 or more sailings, the 18th. And if you're just boss man baller with 25 or more sailings, you can book on the 17th. So the 17th all the way through the 27th, 10 days earlier than the general public.
So did they run out of precious metals? Is that what happens?
It's like, yeah.
I guess so.
Well, I think it's like when you sell so many records, you go double platinum, triple
platinum.
Oh, I can see that. Okay,
I think that's what it is.
Like Kiss, double platinum. There you go.
I mean, at least you could have like tungsten or Elon Musk level.
Or vibranium. You could have
vibranium. Look at that.
That would be cool for this ship, especially because there's a lot of Marvel stuff on here. But I do say this, I'm interested to see what's going to happen if you're in the general public. Are you even going to be able to get? I don't think you'll be able to, not at least for the inaugural sailing. I don't think anyone from the general public is going to be able to get on that inaugural sailing. There's just going to be too much lead out for all these other guests to get on there, and everyone's going to want it. And
it's that big member energy thrown around. Like, I'm booking this first.
Yeah.
And if you ain't got that clout, you ain't booking it with us. Before we move on, Lee, can I just make a comment on the actual video itself of their presentation?
Sure.
Was that not the most Disney thing y'all ever watched?
It was very Disney.
It was extremely Disney.
I almost had I needed some insulin after that. It was
it was hilarious. I was laughing. Me and my wife were kind of laughing.
It was good. It was cool.
It was cute. I mean, it was so Disney. I mean, I was still pumped up. At the same time, it's like, oh, wow. Y'all are really Disney right now.
What was the most Disney line? Was it the R2 detour line?
I don't know. It was something she sang. One of the executives sang something like, "Do you want to have some dinner?" or something like that. I don't remember the exact line, but it was something to that effect when they were talking about the restaurant.
Or how about
the Frozen restaurant?
When they repurposed the Olaf footage from the original Frozen?
Yes. Either that or they brought the Broadway star at the end to sing the song.
Yes.
It was so Disney.
It was Trey
fun.
Disney.
Yeah, and in the very beginning when they introduced a CEO of the Walt Disney Company, Bob Chapek, I was like, ooh, that sounds weird.
Boy, does it look like Bob Chapek's been spray tanning, or is it just me?
I think it's a chemical peel.
Oh, good. Good for him. Maybe he's going to Senses, and that's some of the new offerings that they
Well,
do.
there you go.
He was pretty damn white before. He didn't look quite as white during that video. He looked a little bronze.
And I like that they don't use ties. That's cool. I could work for that company.
Yes.
I'm not a Thai fan.
I like Thai food.
I like Thai people.
You're a TIE fighter?
I like Thai bow.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Come on,
anyway,
can we get
all right,
back
so
to
let's
this?
go. Let's
Yes.
go back to
Yeah.
the cruise.
Well, let's just tie one
Anyway,
on.
the video was awesomely Disney, and it was
Yes.
it was
Good
a lot of fun.
propaganda.
With Captain Minnie and all, and whatever the cruise director's name was.
Although, man, these new animatronics, man, they look like
Those
they've-
are awesome.
Well, from 3/4 perspective, they look great. Straight on, they look like what we're talking about, like Meg Ryan, like after too much plastic surgery. They look
artificial.
Yes, they look a little wrong.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
To me.
Good to know. I know my youngest was, my oldest was like, oh my God, they're using the articulated mouths and eyes. I'm like, what'd you just say?
Yeah, Lily looked at it. She's like, it looks weird when they blink.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But anyway, all right. So back to the ship. We saw the video; it was great, and so they talked about this was like a general overview, a high level overview of the entire project. We didn't get too many details, but we got some details.
We got some details.
And that's what we're about to
A couple
cover here.
details.
Hopefully in the near future, because they're about to book later this month, we get some more details as far, because I want to know about the menu, what they're serving in each of the restaurants, but we didn't get that on this particular video. But Lee's going to give us the high level view of what they offered us in the video. So Lee, go ahead, take it.
Now, before you, I just want to highlight a couple things just in case anyone is actually lucky enough to get this, or you want to call me and let me book it for you.
Yes, please do that.
You know, if you really want to help us out,
And if you're willing to pay for it, Lee will go with you.
Yes, please
I'll
do
carry
that.
your
Yes,
suitcases.
yes.
I'll unpack them. I'll pack them. I'll even make up. I'll be your room steward. I don't care.
Yeah, who's that dude on the Love Boat? Was that guy?
Well, Isaac.
Go for it.
Isaac. Yeah, he'll be your Isaac on the Disney Cruise Line.
You just wake up in the morning and go, wipers! And
Yeah.
Lee comes running.
Throw some rose petals at your feet.
Yeah.
Lapu, lapu. Where we
right.
going today?
Yeah, that's right. All right. So just a couple of little last housekeeping things here. Keep in mind that because of the demand for this ship, there's going to be some unique terms and conditions for this sailing only.
The inaugural sailing.
The inaugural sailing, right? The maiden voyage. Okay. 20%, which is normal deposit, but this is non-refundable. Normally you would have up until your cutoff date, your final payment date. If you just changed your mind and you didn't want to go or something happened, boom, get your deposit back as long as you're not past that, 75-day mark or whatever it is. But this is a non-refundable deposit. Okay. Payments will be made. Your final payment needs to be at 150 days out. This is normally 75 days, but for this sailing, 150 days out. Oh, I'm sorry, 150 days for concierge, 120 days for all the other rooms. Cancellation fee is normal, 50% of your money back if you cancel 44 days out to 30 days out, 75% from 29 to 15 days out, and 100% do not get your money back if you cancel less than 14 days before the sailing. No date changes will be allowed. Clients must cancel and rebook. So again, you lose that deposit.
So this is where trip insurance comes into play, right?
That would be for sure. Early bookings, the Castaway Club member must remain on the reservation. So somebody that is in that category has to be on the reservation. You can't book, let's say you're gold member or platinum member, you can't book it for someone else unless you're sailing.
Gold member.
Oh, wow.
Gold member.
Gold member.
No discounts, and unfortunately, Danny, you cannot use any future cruise credits towards this sailing.
What?
either.
What about past cruise credits?
Damn, these sons of...
He booked this way before this thing was even announced. So that's technically in the past if you use right? Time, space, anomaly alignment.
my money's in some account somewhere earning interest. For these
Offshore.
guys. People.
Yeah.
Somebody's making 20%.
Not me.
No, it's not you.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, so that's kind of the do's and don'ts, the rules and regulations. Let's get to the fun stuff. So you guys all watched the video.
Yes, very cheesy. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just going to kind of go down the list. We don't have to get into, a lot of detail on everything, but these are some of the things that caught my attention. So let's start with the main atrium. Okay. This is kind of like the castle of the sea. The wishing star. That was a real cool.
Yeah, that
addition,
little
I thought.
thing that they're going to use for their chandelier and stuff.
Chandelier,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was really neat.
Yeah.
I mean, the
there's
atrium
that.
looks great.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Really? You think it looked better than any of the other ones?
I mean, it's the same as the other ones. I'll be honest. I mean,
I was
I
gonna
like
say.
the other ones look great too. So, But I'm glad they kept that consistent because it is a nice little place. The only difference, I guess, and we'll talk about later, is the stage that they have in the atrium as well.
Yes.
That's a unique thing for them.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll have the Cinderella statue. You also will be greeted by Cinderella in the main atrium as well as you come into the ship. This definitely caught my attention that this whole ship is based on obviously the Disney characters, explore immersive worlds, but Frozen, Star Wars, Marvel, and of course Mickey, Minnie, and Friends. So I know that some of those are offered seasonally on the other ships, but my understanding this is going to be year round. Frozen, Star Wars, Marvel, all, no matter what, you're getting that as part of your package.
Well, it's a bigger ship, so they have room to fit it all.
Yeah. So I think the main thing is you don't have to worry before you're well, I want to see the Marvel. Well, we're only doing the Marvel at sea from this month to this month. So if you can't vacation that month or whatever, for whatever reason, just doesn't work with your plans and you just don't get to do it. But here, you're going to have basically the 3 heavy hitters on the ship with you.
Yeah, because you have restaurants and stuff based upon these things too.
Is Frozen still a heavy hitter?
I think it is. I don't know.
I think they're making it a heavy hitter.
Well, I don't think that there's anyone
trying to.
Well,
my daughter watched the entire video, and when they did the Marvel, she's like, "Cool, I want to check that." They did Star Wars, cool, I want to check. They did Frozen. She's like, "Eh."
Well, maybe she's getting to that age, but I know that my friends' daughters that are 6, 7 years old, they're still way over.
Good,
yeah, they still love Frozen.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's to be fair. My 6-year-old was like that. She was enjoyable. The 2 oldest ones like, and my 2 oldest ones are about close to Lily's age.
Right. I mean, I really do think that we've crossed over from where Marvel, Star Wars, these span I think there's now a very specific age group that Frozen appeals to right now.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get to the kids clubs and stuff, but I know my kids were all watching it. They're like, "Oh, we're definitely doing that. We're doing that. Yeah, we're doing that." And
yes.
Well, Disney Cruise Line is definitely known for their kids clubs. I mean,
I want to play in the kids clubs.
Didn't you?
No, I didn't.
I thought you went down and saw the Millennium Falcon.
Well, I went down, but I had to leave because it wasn't.
Yeah, they don't let you.
They let you with the parent take a tour with the kid, and then of course, my kid got comfortable immediately, so there she went.
And they were like, "You had to
there
go."
she went. Boom. There she went.
They're like, wait, she's not comfortable.
Oh, speaking of which, since we're talking about that main hall area, they show that there's a secret entrance to the Oceaneer Club.
Yes,
freaking slide.
And I'm thinking of how many parents are going to be wandering around and be like, "Where'd little Jimmy go?" It was just here. Little Jimmy went overboard.
It's like a kid, man. When in doubt, check the Oceaneers Club.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop this boat. I'm a platinum member.
Triple platinum on my father's side.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Disney Cruise Line is known for their kids clubs, and the kids don't want to leave the clubs. You're having to pull them out of there.
Me and the wife can go to the adult section of the boat. Yeah.
Make your own movie.
Get our own tropical paradise thunder.
We'll get to the adult areas in a minute, but yeah, it's going to be nice. All right, so what did you guys think about the Aqua Mouse?
Oh, the Aqua Mouse.
Duck, but now we got the Aqua Mouse.
That's interesting, man. It's like that entire long tunnel that sends you to the Ascent Hill. That's where the attraction is, and the rest of it's just a coaster, the water coaster.
I've got mixed feelings on the Aqua Mouse.
I thought it was interesting. It's just an extension of the duck, but you have the added longer Ascent Hill.
Yeah, they're calling this an attraction, not a slide or water.
That's what gets you.
That was funny. Yeah,
that's what they're framing it as.
The attraction only takes place in the tunnel. That's it, and maybe in one of the funnels when you get to the end.
But would you call it an attraction?
It's absolutely an attraction. Is it any less of an attraction than the water slides at Typhoon Lagoon or Blizzard Beach, which they list as attractions? Is it any less of an attraction than the water coaster Crushing Gusher, where there's really nothing to see, not much of a story? It's basically an old tropical fruit plant where they're sending you down the tubes that they use to wash and transport the fruit. That was all there was. And the Aqua Duck does have a backstory. Did you know this?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I think we covered it on the show, I believe.
Yeah, it goes like this. It's not much of one, but I mean...
The only way you can see it is if you're reading the actual placards that are in that funnel as you're waiting to go into the aqueduct.
There you go.
I remember that.
So it says, Donald's nephews built this slide, and Uncle wanted the first ride. They were worried he'd get stuck, but he sailed like an aqueduct.
This is a
That sounds like a some kind of song.
weird
Yes.
limerick or something.
But anyway, first time I saw the video for this, and they're like, we got something amazing. You could see it in the background. I'm like, oh, awesome. They got the Aqueduct as well. And they're like, we got the Aqua Mouse. And I'm like, well, not as good of a name.
It's still Aqueduct.
It's still okay.
Yeah,
cool.
it's a wet rat.
Yeah,
basically.
What?
You know what? Ride with that. Exactly.
Right. I don't understand why you couldn't have just done the Aqueduct. I mean, it's Aqueduct 2.0 or whatever it is. It's kind of like you ride Big Thunder in Walt Disney World. You ride in Disneyland. They have all these extra added special effects.
Oh, no, they did Test Track 2.0, so they could have
That's
done
true.
Aqueduct 2.0.
That's very
Why
true.
not roll with the Aqueduct? I mean, Donald's a sailor. It makes sense.
Well, it's the thing. If you have a different name, I think you should have something completely different. Now, you could argue, yeah, the Ascentail is completely different because you have the immersive thing, but it's like, I don't know if that's enough.
It's just the Aqueduct with TV screens.
Exactly. That's
all it
exactly
is.
my point. Yeah, it's that's all it is.
And a soundtrack with lighting and
Which
special
is essentially
whatever.
what Test Track 2.0 is.
Right.
Which is not bad, I guess, if it's on a boat. I mean, you know, that's the one thing that's like,
I'm
hey,
on a boat.
Yeah, you're on a boat. You know,
Well, but I mean, and that brings it all back to what we were saying. Like, so then immediately I'm like, what you got? They show me this. I'm like, well, it's just, and then they're like, oh, first Disney attraction at sea, and I'm like, really? Still no love for the damn Aqueduct?
No
I mean,
love.
why do they not like the Aqueduct? What did the Aqueduct do so bad to them?
Quack.
yeah.
Oh, don't even get started on the Aqua Dunk, which gets zero love whatsoever.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm immediately suspicious of something that already starts off lying to me. Like, if you tell me you're the first Disney attraction at sea, and I know there's an aqueduct, you're a little sus right now.
Wow.
Little sus.
Little sus.
That's
Watching you. Got the good eye on you.
Watching you.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. It kind of soured
It
me
rubbed you the wrong way?
Yeah, it did a little bit. Because I'm like, all this is the aqueduct with TV screens. And there's an argument to be made. Like, you're whooshing around tunnels on top of a ship, on top of looking out at an ocean. Like,
Yeah.
That'd be like going to the top of the Empire State Building and just looking at a TV. Like, there's a view right out behind you. Why don't you look at that? I don't know, man. It just kind of, I don't know. It kind of soured me a little bit. I like the aqueduct. Don't get me wrong. I'd ride it if I was there. But if you were like, okay, you got to choose the Disney Wish or the Disney, was it the Dream? Is the Dream's the one with the aqueduct, right?
Yes.
And the Wish is the one with the Aqua Mouse. I don't know that Aqua Mouse is puts that much weight on staying on the Wish as opposed to the Dream. See what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
can see that. No, I could totally see that.
I mean, like what's next? Like putting TV screens in Dumbo? So that way, instead of looking around and catching the view, you're just watching TV and Dumbo's talking to you.
It'd be like 3D. You put on glasses and that's
You
it.
know
Yeah.
what, though? This is for a new age. So for the new age, that might be a thing.
It could be a thing. I don't know why you wouldn't want to catch views that you can only catch. I mean, you
I
can
understand.
watch TV anywhere. Someone's going to video this. It'll be on eBay or not eBay. What about eBay?
eBay.
Jesus Christ.
E-boy.
It's the
YouTube. It'll be on YouTube, and you could watch how the story unfolds. But to catch the views that you're going to have whooshing around the ship through that clear tubing, I mean, I don't know. I'd kind of want to.
This is a world where people will text you while you in the same room with them, where they could just be like, "Hey, I'm gonna walk over and see how you doing." So that may be the generation that is built for that's past us, which is still unfortunate. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Nah, look, again, if they wouldn't have set it up as Disney's first ever attraction at sea, I would have been
You would've
like,
been fine.
okay, this
Okay.
is pretty cool. But all the disrespect to the damn aqueduct ticked me off.
A little bit.
I think the Aqueduct, Aqueduct is an attraction.
Yes, it is, because it's also disrespecting Typhoon Lagoon, Blizzard Beach, all those places that have the exact... I mean, how do you theme a water slide? Gravity does all the work. You're done in 45 seconds. You start here, you end up there. It's about it. But they list it as an attraction.
Well, that's why I was kind of thinking, like, because when I first read it's going to have an attraction, I don't know why, my head just goes all kind of places. I thought it was going to be like some kind of small roller coaster kind of thing on it or something.
yeah.
That would have been better.
Now, if they would like a couple of AA figures in there, all right, you got me. I can't say nothing. This is something different.
Right, but I get it. They work with what they have. I guess that's the best way. I thought of it as like, well, if something breaks down on the cruise ship, well, at least you can just, you're not going anywhere. You got time to come down off of it. You're not going to be like, 60 feet in the air or something. But yeah, a water ride on a cruise ship, I was just like, all right, it's just there. There's other features that were more appealing to me than this.
Can you imagine the first roller coaster at sea? How awesome that would be.
That would be awesome.
Oh, maybe it's like a Tower of Terror attraction where it just dunks you straight underneath the keel.
Oh man, you like see like all kind of sharks and octopus and stuff, and you're like, then it comes at you, and it brings you right back up the
It's
last
like a
minute.
Tower of Terror just plunges
Yes, it plunges you right into the bottom of the ship.
rip you right back up.
Yes.
Oh man,
That'd be nice.
I like that.
That'd be
Let's do that.
awesome. Yeah, copyright magicarway.com.
Damn, that's better than Aqua Mouse.
Carnival has one, and it is as terrifying as you would possibly think it is. It's like it
Because
goes out
Carnival
over
does
it. Yeah, it's terrifying.
It goes out
so-
over the water, right?
It goes out over the water a little bit. It's terrifying.
Well, isn't that like the real draw though of the aqueduct is that there is a sequence where you
It goes out for a little bit, yeah.
over the ocean. And I think they do the same thing with the Aqua Mouse.
It's a split second, though. It's like,
Yeah,
you're
it's-
hardly over there enough.
yeah, it's
Okay.
like if y'all could do that just like again a little bit longer, that would be
Take me by somebody's stateroom would be great.
Oh,
Waving at them. Hey.
Throwing up deuces, like, hey, I'm
You're like, hey, put some clothes on.
Hey, you're on your honeymoon. Congratulations.
Hey, that's platinum for you.
That's right.
do it, brother. Lay that pipe.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, well, that's a good,
And on
that's a
that
good
note,
segue into the kids club.
Yes,
Yes, that's how it starts.
that's
right
how it
there.
goes. That's how you get it. Yeah,
That's how you get it.
that's
right.
why Kevin is not allowed in the kids club.
No.
You mentioned it already, Danny. The slide into the kids club definitely was like one of the first things I said. Well, that's innovative. That's different. That's cool. I wonder if there's going to be someone guarding it though, right? Like, because
There has
since
to
there's
be.
no adults allowed, you can't like anyone could just drop in, right?
Well, they made it sound like they said less adventurous people can use a door. So they didn't make it sound like parents couldn't do it.
I don't know.
I would go down the slide.
I'm sure
totally
I'm sure
go
my
down
fat
the
ass
slide.
wouldn't fit on there. So
Yeah.
Look, I tell you what, the minute I walk onto the gangplank and they say, welcome now to the Estoki family, woo, I say, deuces, bye. Down the slide I go.
Slide.
down the slide.
That's right, slippity slide. That's like, see y'all, bye. Bye, kids.
I paid for this.
They did not say that parents couldn't use the slide. So we'll have to see if anyone's on that inaugural voyage to let us know whether or not parents were allowed slide
yeah,
usage.
big money, Rick Swirl. When you go on there, let me know.
Well, the tube looks like it could fit me, so.
I was gonna say. I
hope
mean,
so.
honestly, if you're the parent or your adult, I mean, you're paying for the trip. It does seem that at this point, right? Some of the more fun parts aren't really suited for you. I mean, I get it. Your children need to be entertained, but I mean, this is all about you being a kid at heart. Where's the placation here?
Good question.
There you go.
Eli, if you saw this, there's the Marvel Superhero Academy where you can train to be a superhero. You also get to test out superhero suits here in the kids club.
Where's my super suit?
Yeah. Who took my stuff out
You
my
gotta
closet?
make it.
I gotta make it.
You gotta make that super suit in the kids club.
Get my Fat Thor outfit. Look at that suit.
I'm interested to see how they do that.
Or how they would make it. It's probably
the
number
suit.
costume.
A costume or
Yeah,
video
it's going to be
screen or
like, you
something,
just got to buy. Because you saw the kid, he has a little digital thing.
Black
show up.
Panther thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just a standard Black Panther costume that pops up on him. I don't think it's going to be all that innovative. I think it's the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique for boys is all it is.
And that's fair. That's fair.
They've done this on other ships. It's just like instead of doing like, what's Doctor Strange's building called? The Sanctum?
The Sanctum?
Sanctorium.
There you go,
Sanctum,
Sanctum Sanctorium. Instead of that, it's going to be like you're in the Avengers headquarters, and then you get to try out things on a video screen where you get to fight fake villains, kind of thing.
So it's like pew, pew, like that
I
kind
think
of thing.
that's pretty much going to be what it's like.
Like that old school video game, Lethal Enforcement. Remember, like we have like the little toy gun and you shoot
Yeah.
like that kind. Okay, well, again, though, fun for kids. I mean, like even as an adult, I mean, I would try that.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, kid, if mommy and daddy want to, they can purchase your new super suit, or else you got to give it back.
Be like, you a hero on the inside.
right, yeah.
You a hero on the inside. You don't need a uniform to find who you are.
You know that's what's going to happen.
But daddy, I wanted. How much is the super suit? $300. Kid, you special.
Well, you know what's interesting, and Lee, I'm sure you're about to get to this, is the superheroes that are involved with this. So who is that? Who are they have in this academy?
Well, the one I think that people would be excited about is Spider-Man. Spider-Man's going to be there.
All right.
Yeah, your friendly neighborhood.
That's a given. Yeah, got to.
Yeah. Black Panther.
Black Panther, I'm excited about.
Yeah,
That's pretty
Yes.
cool. Ant-Man and Wasp. are
That
gonna
is
be there.
interesting, I thought.
That is horrible. Who wants to see
No, having an
Ant-Man?
Ant-Man and a Wasp.
Who wants to see Ant-Man and the Wasp? Wait. We went past Iron Man. We went past Thor. No Captain America, no Black Widow. We get Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, I want a shield.
I feel like I saw some of them in the artwork and in the presentation. Did I miss? I wrote down what I made a note of that because they specifically mentioned it.
Yeah, they did mention that,
but
and they did have some in the artwork for sure.
Ant-Man and the Wasp should be like greeting you in the lobby or something. It doesn't seem like something I want to spend a whole lot of time hanging with Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Well, that's not gonna like psych kids up. Like when you come back off your vacation, you're his kid. You know, they're like, "Well, what did you get to wear?" The Ant-Man costume. Like what?
Yeah, the Ant-Man costume gonna be $25. The Spider-Man costume gonna be $200.
Right. They're gonna be ripping you.
That's what Eli's kids getting.
Yeah, they're gonna be ripping you. They're gonna be ripping your kid though. They're like, your parents ain't platinum. They ain't platinum.
You ain't platinum. You ain't nothing.
You ain't nothing. That's all you got was Ant-Man helmet. Ain't nothing. At least you could have wore Hulk's pants. Could have worn that. That's all you need is be painted green and wear pants. That's it.
I got Spider-Man costume. Ooh. You got Ant-Man. You can't have none. You know, but
Ant-Man great.
like, but how do you even trick kids? Like, I understand you got a TV screen in front of you. You're tricking kids, like you swinging webs or you're, doing
flip.
Right,
jumping, flipping.
Trick kid. Like Ant-Man's got one thing. He gets small. He gets big. He gets small. He gets big. You can't trick a kid into thinking they're doing that.
You just throw a little toy out. You're like,
that's how you came to be.
Yeah.
I was small and that came big.
That's how it happened.
You
gotta get one of them trick mirrors. That's what you got to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like the one that Ray stood in front of?
I guess, yeah. Something like they have in the carnivals where, like, if you stand by, it's warped, so you look taller than you actually are. Like, look, kid, you're growing. There you go.
Big. But
that's still expensive. That's
I don't want to hang out with Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's kind of weak.
Did they say if they had villains in there as well or no? Can't be Loki. Can't be Thanos.
I didn't hear anything of any of Thanos or Loki or nothing.
Yeah. If I can't throw a shield, I ain't hitting them.
If they're not going to make a villains park, they're not going to throw them in this.
I just figured anything's possible on the cruise.
Anything's possible. It's magical. Anyway, what else we got, Lee?
Magical and whatnot. All right, so also in the Kids Club, you'll have the Fairy Tale Hall Rapunzel Art Studio, Belle's Library, and Anna and Elsa's Summer House.
Summer House.
Well, gotta have some princess stuff in there for sure.
Yo.
Woohoo. They're gonna have a hot tub with him in there, be like, woohoo!
I see you, little.
Hi. Hello.
Welcome to the Adult Cove. Woohoo! Come sit next to me.
Come get in. It's warm.
Say hi to the family. Yoo.
I like this. I like the idea that they give people, like, instead of just sitting there meeting the princesses, Rapunzel's going to teach you art. Belle's going to read to you. Elsa's going to do some. I do dig that. Again, one criticism: where's the boy? We can't get Beast or Flynn Rider or God forbid Maui. Something.
I guess you got to be into superheroes if you want to do that.
But like even superheroes, they give them the girls the Wasp. It ain't much for girls. You could have given the girls Captain Marvel. You could have given her Black Widow. You could have given them Shuri, and they would like that.
Shuri, yes,
that would have worked better.
Or the entire Dora Milaje.
Exactly, but at least they get one girl. The boys can't get
talk about this
one dude.
Dora Milaje makeover.
Yeah,
shave your head.
Teach her to fight.
That would be funny.
That would be great.
You go back to you get your kid back to dinner that night. Like, what happened to your hair?
Mommy, look what I did. I'm in the Dora Milaje.
Like, what? You in Dora, but what? How'd you, what?
You can't have that candy.
Disney.
The Dora Milaje can have the candy wherever it finds itself to be.
She takes out a straw, points it at you. I can have whatever I want. I'm protecting the king now.
I was hoping for a Starbucks.
Yeah. Give me what I want.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah, one boy, though. One boy. Come on.
That's fair.
What about the Imagineering section where you can design your own roller coaster?
Play with animatronics. I thought my oldest would
cool.
think that. Yeah.
That kind of reminded me of Test Track 2.0.
Well, it reminded me of Disney Quest.
Yeah, that technology is so new. It's been around since the late 90s.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's been in Epcot. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe since the 80s.
Inventions has it.
Yeah.
What was the one in Epcot where you could design your own roller coaster, but you went inside the...
There's some of all fears.
Yeah, some of all thrills. Yeah, it was in Interventions, yes.
Yes. It's, I don't know. Those virtual roller coaster things never really work itself out well. It never is. It's never really the right thing. I mean, you can go to the mall right now. Well, I don't know if they have removed it since COVID, but they used to have that where you could ride the virtual roller coaster.
Yeah, the virtual reality thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it was cute. But yeah, but some of the stuff that reminded me of like Disney Quest was, in Disney Quest you used to have the Jungle Cruise raft ride thing, and they had a video screen with a raft that actually bounced. So it looked like the similar kind of thing.
They had like a Pirates thing as well.
Yes, they had the Pirates thing, which was actually cool. I thought that was neat.
To me, it's like I want an actual animatronic on the ship where they're teaching kids. Look, like when we did the tour that they showed you Bonnie Appetit, the old figure from the Kitchen Cabaret, and you could press the buttons and make her move and whatnot, and explain how all that kind of stuff works. Have a real Imagineer on there.
Yes,
that can answer
that
questions.
Would be neat.
Yes. That's something that was so cool about doing Dining with an Imagineer, where like if you go ahead and you check in for an hour, the Imagineer will come in, answer all questions, tell you about how they got their start, answer the kids' questions and stuff like that. That to me is a real Imagineering lab. Don't get me a bunch of little parlor trick games. Yeah, make it something.
Make it solid, something that you can kind of walk away with, and I agree with that. I think it's still something where, like I said before, it's cool for the kid, but you're also going on this cruise as an adult with the love of having the imagination of being a kid too. So yeah, even on this particular one, tell me how it would work, or like, if I want to make the ride and like I want to design this, like, yes, you would use this and that. Yeah, give me something to walk away with, so I feel like I'm part of the magic. I know some of the mechanics, if you will, and I could come back a little smarter with my platinum pay. That make me want to go 25 times.
Yeah, you're right.
That's it.
Yo,
that's all right. You have to read me Home and Garden. I'll need that. Tell me how the stuff works.
I just wish Disney would give some love to people who like, man, I go to Disney like 2-3 times a year. And like, yeah, I'm sorry. We don't recognize you here at the Disney Cruise Line. We can't see you. We can't see you.
We are not of the land.
Yes. Who are you?
I'm sorry. I thought the money went to Bob Chapek no matter what, but okay.
No, he's got too many, pillows full of money to worry about. Yes.
So go ahead, Lee. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all good. Now, the entertainment portion of the presentation, I didn't really get a lot from it because they didn't really give us a lot. There's going to be a newly imagined Aladdin show, and 2 other shows will be named later. And that's pretty much what we got.
It was interesting about that Aladdin show. It reminds me of the show that used to be in Disneyland. And that if you remember, I forgot what show was there now, but they used to have an Aladdin show, and a lot of it looked kind of like that, which would be fine. I thought it was a fine show over at Disneyland. California Adventure, I believe, is where it was. But who knows? Maybe they'll base it off of
remake with Will Smith.
Yeah, maybe so, or either the movie or the Broadway show. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm burnt out on Aladdin. This didn't do anything for me. I'll reserve judgment until I see the other 2. I mean, I've kind of seen this. Yeah, it toured, for God's sake.
Yeah, and they let off the presentation talking about the genie, or your favorite genie, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, who's my favorite genie? My favorite genie is Robin Williams, and you're not gonna repeat that.
Barbara Eden.
That was my favorite genie, Barbara Eden.
Yeah.
How about like a musical on Coco? I mean,
yeah, I know, right?
Like,
I think that would have been awesome.
Great music. I mean, why not do something like that? Something new, something to get you excited.
I mean, maybe we will get it. They've said there's 2 others that we don't know what they are. They haven't announced it, so maybe that's one of the ones I definitely, in my mind, thought that'd be a great. Because it's got a lot of music in it already, so it'd be a good addition.
That would absolutely be a great addition. I'd like to see that.
It sounds like they just don't know what the other acts are, but I mean, you could do anything with that, right? I mean, you can still have like an adventurers club type of thing. You could have maybe a comedian, something else like that, just to add some variety to it.
Well, they do have a theater stage in the atrium, which I think would work for that.
Yeah, the Grand Hall stage. That's the next thing on the scene. So that's new to having it in that area, basically.
Mm-hmm, yes, very much so. All right, what else we got?
Well, now they didn't really. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't hear a lot about it. But there's an area also going to be called Luna that goes from day to night. But I don't know what that's going to involve. They didn't really give us any details. But it's going to be part of the entertainment.
Sound like the old version of Animator's Palette, where the things change around you.
Okay,
but
cool.
Yeah, beyond that, you got no information.
And then the Hero Zone, which I think is obviously going to be Marvel.
Yeah, another Marvel tie-in kind of thing. But wow, man! So and you haven't gotten to it yet, but we're going to get a Marvel Superhero Academy, a Marvel Dinner Show, and then a Marvel Hero Zone.
Yeah, so they were definitely doing up Marvel big time. They're taking advantage of that property. I mean, it's not. It ain't on the West Coast or East Coast anymore. It's out on the Gulf Coast, I guess.
Wow, yeah.
The Caribbean coast, or whatever you want to call it. But I guess there's no limitations on the contract for that. So some of the adult areas that were presented, the Star Wars Hyperspace Lounge.
Now we get in there.
Yeah, that's interesting.
All right,
Lounge.
That looks interesting.
Is this going to be what we're supposed to eventually one day maybe ever get with the space restaurant or whatever? Because is that thing ever going to open up in Epcot?
Yeah, it was on track. Remember, we were trying to get reservations there because it was supposed to open up, and me and my wife and my kid were going to go eat with the Downses over there, and it just kept getting pushed back and pushed back. I don't know, man. This is what we should have gotten to Galaxy's Edge to begin with. I mean, go figure. A Star Wars bar where you can sit down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah.
How wonderful would that be? Yeah, no, I don't know, man. This is the one thing that makes me want to go. I mean, really,
I would want to see this for sure.
I definitely want to see this.
You're curious. This is why you want to see it.
I am very curious. I imagine the only other place you can catch something like this Star Wars themed is going to be in that hotel.
Oh, right.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not going to get it in Galaxy's Edge. You're not going to get a full sit-down meal anytime soon, a full sit-down restaurant in Galaxy's Edge anytime soon. So it's kind of a bummer. It's like, why? This should totally be in the parks. There's no reason why this should not be in any of the parks. To have to board a ship to be able to experience this is kind of a bummer.
Well, did it say the difference between this one and then like any other one or
Of $100 per drink.
no? I mean,
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
like visually, is there something? $100 a drink.
As opposed to the other one where you're supposed to be like, there's no windows looking out, which are actually TVs. We know that, but I mean, the idea is you're supposed to be out in space. So when you walk in, it's like you're boarding a cruise ship, and you look out the cruise ship like
a starship.
Starship. Thank you.
I got you.
And you walk in, and then you're seeing views of Tatooine and Mustafar and all these other planets, and ships are going to be passing by and whatnot. And it's going to be like you're actually out in space.
And Jefferson's Starship is playing.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
And you built
We
that.
built
And you
this
built
city.
it, yeah.
We built this ship in Germany.
With platinum gold too.
Platinum chains and platinum rings.
That's right.
Okay, well, I mean, so I know they haven't come out with the menu or anything like. Okay, I would see that just to.
I'm sure it's
see
going
how
to
it
be
meshes.
Yeah, I'm
the other
sure it's
one.
going to be similar, where the drinks are a little like unique, like you get at Galaxy's Edge, but you can't necessarily enjoy them at Galaxy's Edge because you're standing on your feet the whole time, and they're
whole
like,
time.
"Isn't it time for you to go? Isn't it time for you to go? 2 drinks minimum. Time to go."
Yeah, ain't no place for you to go on no cruise ship. Like yeah, that's gonna be thing. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be bigger than where we went at Galaxy's Edge. I would hope.
I hope so. Yeah.
All right, keep going, Lee.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
else?
there's another lounge called the Rose, which of course is a Beauty and Beast inspired bar.
You don't say.
Which I guess we already have something similar at the Grand Floridian, but
Yes,
Yes.
still
that's exactly what it reminded me of because it's themed after the newer Beauty and the Beast.
the live action version.
Yes.
Now, we already have Paulo, but this Paulo is going to be a little different. It's going to be inspired by Cogsworth. There's going to be a lot of those touches and things like that at the restaurant.
You forgot a very key distinction about Paulo because
Yeah, it's going to be more of a steakhouse.
yeah.
Yeah.
it's going to combine the sophistication of authentic Italian dining with the refinement of a modern steakhouse. Now, what's wrong with that?
One's Italian with a steak, but they're not. Oh, go.
Come on. First person gets it. Come on.
Say that
gonna get
again. Was
first?
it Italian refinement?
It combines. Okay, I'm going to read the whole thing.
Yeah.
The reimagined classic steakhouse features decor inspired by Cogsworth. This restaurant will combine the sophistication of authentic Italian dining with the refinement of a modern steakhouse.
Cogsworth's not Italian.
Thank you.
Oh, good catch.
The whole story is French.
What the hell?
French
Do they
Italian.
know no ends to appropriate in Italian culture? Come on.
So why would they not make it a French restaurant?
Thank you. Why not? That's a great question.
Isn't what's the other one? I lost my train of thought. Not Paulo, but Remy. Isn't Remy Italian?
Remy,
French.
Remy is French.
So why not just do Remy instead of Paulo? And then it's
Is Cogsworth Italian?
Great question.
though? Is he Italian or is he French?
He's French. I mean, he's from France. I mean, the
He
whole
did say
thing.
"pet the pooch." That's the only line I remember him saying.
Petsy Pooch.
Yeah, when he was talking about, he's like ridiculing Lumiere. He's like, "Oh, you invite the girl in or whatever, do this, do that, Betsy Booch, whatever." I guess that is French. Now
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, now I think
don't-
about it. All right,
You
just
put it
making
with that
sure.
accent. You definitely put it with
I just
that.
remember that's how he said it. Betsy Pooch.
Now, I get that they want to combine all these into one unique thing under the Beauty and the Beast umbrella. Rose, okay, I get it. Cogsworth, Lumiere, get it.
so Cogsworth is based off Napoleon Bonaparte, which is a famous French general. So he's French. Did not know that.
Well, it would make sense. I mean,
But he's doing Italian steakhouse food.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, there you go. A little, what do they call that?
Snafu.
Disney keeps crapping on the Italians, man. Go figure.
Crapping on Italians. What they got against Italians?
First, they got Monk playing Luigi. I'm a Luigi. They got Tony Shalhoub playing an Italian man, and then now they got Cogsworth heading an Italian restaurant. But hey, let's get rid of Trader Sam because
you got something against Italians.
Yeah,
something against Italians. Well, maybe it'll this is the kind of stuff that forces everybody to rise up and speak on behalf of the Italian nation.
Can you believe that they got something against Italians?
They got something against Italians. Like what? I want to just go ahead and get on the ship, just beat the ship. And help me out here, Henry.
All right, so Paulo controversy aside, you also have a new restaurant called Enchanté.
Enchanté.
Inspired by Lumiere.
Lumiere.
Oui, oui.
And then they serve Tunisian food, right?
Oh, that's totally
Chinese
French.
buffet.
Chinese buffet. I could go for a Chinese buffet.
That's a joke, right? That's funny.
Eat egg roll. Egg roll. Go ahead.
Have some chow mein. Go and get some soy sauce. Get all you can eat.
And our crab legs and our sushi.
Yeah.
Only on Friday nights.
We have noodles. We have
Orange
rice.
chicken.
We can have hibachi too.
That's right.
General Tso.
Get your apple pie and your French fries too.
Yeah.
Chicken nuggets and
And your
pizza.
steam buns.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, why not have a restaurant called Bow?
Wow.
And you just get to eat those kids.
Wow.
Dude, that'd be pretty. I'll have little smiley faces.
Yes.
Oh.
Look at that.
They have a little thing shining on it. It smiles and you're about to eat it.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't eat me.
Yeah.
And then the music they have playing in the background, you hear voices going,
No.
Please don't eat me.
Oh, don't.
ow.
Sorry, go ahead, Lake.
Yes.
And then the last two things for the adults, you have the Quiet Cove, which is the adult area on the boat for this pool and
Yeah.
the hot tubs and stuff like that.
Is
And
that
you
what the
also
topless deck is?
I don't think so.
The libido deck?
What?
The Lido
Yeah.
deck.
I was going to say wishes were about to be made right here.
Wishes.
What?
No spingle.
We'll wake up like, hey, good morning.
That's right.
You would have been on my finger right now looking for a date.
That's right. What's going to Aqueduct? I ain't talking about the attraction even.
The
Talk about the Eli duck. The Eli duck.
Yeah.
Ride this slide, baby.
Like this.
Slide, slippity slide.
I'll make you a hero without a costume.
And I don't think that we need to censor that. That's good stuff.
No.
That's an appropriate word.
Yes.
And you will have your Senses Spa as well on this show.
Good. Yes.
I've always wanted to check out one of those infinity pools look cool. I've always
they
wanted to check
do.
one of those
Yeah.
out. And Senses, man, you got me at Senses. Because
Oh, yeah.
that is, man,
That's a good product. That's good product. That's good brand.
We just
it's hard to get a spa that good.
let's do a podcast trip and just go to Senses. That's all we do.
The dude, I would love that.
And then eat and then come back home.
I'm not going to be too good on that one.
Why not?
Because you'd be like, what do you think? Like, yeah, that was great. I'm done.
Yeah, then you go eat like at
Go lie down.
the Polynesian or something, the buffet.
Oh,
All you
my
can eat.
goodness. Oh, I'm always relaxed when I come from Senses. I just feel like a whole new person.
I want to do Senses. I think that'd be great.
I think it would too.
Oh, I
wanna
think
do
it's
that.
a
I've
great
never done it.
idea.
I wanna do it.
I want to do it too. It's the only thing I'll say is that when you're on a Disney World and you're walking 10, 12 miles a day and all this kind of stuff, you need that massage. Where on the ship, it's not as quite as active.
I tell you what, on the first podcast trip when it was just me and Danny did that.
Oh, I did.
Midway through a trip, he booked a thing. I wish I would have done it with him. I don't know what I was doing.
You want to do a couples massage?
Yeah, I should have done a couples massage with Danny, and it rejuvenated him. I was like, damn, I should have got up on that.
Dude, like I was totally in the groove after that. I that's the thing. Like you walk, and everything is just aching and hurting, but you do that massage, especially Senses. They have some of the best masseuses over there. Like that's no massage envy, where they go over there.
Yeah, I know.
You
Like,
can barely.
This ain't no dude in the mall with the chair.
Right.
This ain't an Asian massage parlor.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
So, Lee, we got all this fun that we've been described to. We need a place to crash, sleep. What do we got for the staterooms, man?
So the staterooms, one thing that's great about Disney Cruise Line is they've got the biggest staterooms of any other cruise line.
Yes, I would agree with that.
And also have room for 5 if you got a family of 5, which is almost impossible on any other cruise line.
Perfect for me, yes.
Let me ask you, Kevin, having been on a cruise before, I've been on cruises but not on Disney cruise yet, but I don't know that when I looked at the photos or the videos of these staterooms that I was like, oh wow, that is so beautiful. They just kind of look, the gold and stuff's kind of it's a little 70s, it looks like a cruise line. It doesn't look like a Disney cruise line. Does that make sense? Maybe I
mean, compared to that and Carnival and some of the other ones, these are probably some of the better rooms on the cruise line industry circuit.
Sure, and I like the photos and the paintings and all that. I get what they're going for.
That's the thing that they promoted mostly on this video was the different look. Now, it's the same type of room that they have on the other ships, where you have the bunk beds for the kids and they have the little fiber optic stuff that they have in the ceiling.
That was cool. The fiber optics above the kids.
Yeah, they had that on the other ships, and my kids were excited about to have that and stuff. And I think based upon the video, they have a little bit more room than some of the other ships, which makes sense because it's a bigger damn boat. But it's essentially the same type of layout that they have on the same type of layout that they have on the other ships. Maybe it's a different color scheme and all that, which I believe. But I mean, the ships. I mean, they did good with the rooms on the other ships too. So it makes sense that it would have translated to this particular ship here.
Like I said, some of the gold trim just looks a little 70s-ish to me. That's the only thing that threw me off a little bit.
So I didn't get I was kind of curious. I didn't see any of those virtual porthole rooms.
Yeah, they didn't show that on the video, but I have to imagine that the inside staterooms have to have that. What else are they going to have?
That's what they're known for.
They mentioned things that they're like, oh, they've got some cool stuff coming, but we can't tell you. Like, why? Yeah,
that's the weirdest thing. It was like a very high level view of what the Disney Wish is going to be, and I want to know more details.
I'm not saying that they're not going to have it. I just kind of thought that was kind of weird that they didn't mention it.
They didn't highlight it.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, to me, that's kind of like saying, are they going to have Mickey bars? That's a common thing for Disney Cruise Line to have those virtual portals.
Yeah, but I tell you what, they did spend a lot of time on those freaking suites, the 2-story suites. They did that, so you know who they're catering to.
I don't even want to know how much those are going to cost. Like, I want to know so that I can sell them, but that's like 2 kids college. Kids going to college.
That's money I don't have.
Let's go to look. How many people can that fit?
We can all crash in that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, we can all go ahead and we'll all split it together.
I don't even know if that's still enough. I don't know. Like, I guess I'll see how much they cost when we can open them up. But I'm like, geez.
Don't you get a discount, travel agent?
No. Didn't you read the beginning? No discounts. No.
On the maiden voyage.
Credits, no nothing.
On the maiden voyage, but what about the rest?
Nah, you can't get a travel agent rate for a Disney cruise. You might be able to get like a last minute if they're trying to fill the ship up, but just to book a travel agent rate, no. It's supply and demand, dude. Like, they don't need to. For real. Like, they're going to fill that ship up.
Then I don't know why they offer me 25% credit. And well, I guess they really don't care about my 25% credit because they won't let me use it.
I was going to say, we've already established this for you.
Well, you can use it. You're just taking a chance on your cruise getting canceled.
Taking a chance on your cruise.
All right. So the last thing to talk about are the family restaurants. So there's 3 family restaurants. Arendelle, which I was waiting for her to say the joke, and she stole it from me. They're going to serve frozen dinners. But so it's a frozen theme. And then you got 1923, which is a Walt themed restaurant.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Of Disney.
Yeah.
I think that's great. And then, of course, Worlds of Marvel. Now, how much do you think the kids are going to care about 1923? I mean, the adults are going to want to do it.
That's exactly it.
Did it seem like it was really kid-friendly to you?
The kids are going to eat.
We didn't get a lot of detail on it, but
if it's one of the rotation restaurants, it's not going to matter. It doesn't matter.
There's going to be enough stuff there because when you saw the concept art, I mean, there are representations of Disney characters in and around the restaurant. Now, granted, you're not going to have. I mean, the other 2 sound like dinner shows.
Arendelle is for sure, and then is World of Marvel? Did they mention it was going to have a show element?
They have something. I know that.
It said you'll be transported to an Avengers technology showcase where you'll play an interactive role in an action-packed mission that unfolds around you. So that's either maybe it's an escape room with dinner,
or like an adventurous club thing, maybe. Yeah, we need a volunteer. Come up and save such and such. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Like an escape, like you escape. Now you get your appetizer, but you got to get to the next room to get your salad.
No, back up. Why don't we have a Disney escape room anywhere yet?
Because you can't get that. Man, these escape rooms, you need an hour to do it. and then it's only like 8 to 10 people can be in there, and then you got to
so it's
reset
not enough
it.
money. I see what
Yeah,
you mean.
it's a capacity issue, I'm sure.
Oh, but God, that
wouldn't
would be
it
so
fun
awesome.
if they made you work for your dinner? Like, okay, the only way you get your entree.
I would do that. No, I would so do that.
Beat Dr. Doom's puzzle.
You're like, oh, sorry, you failed. Go to the buffet.
I would so love that. No, I think it'd be awesome.
I don't know, like of the like, I don't even know about a Marvel experience dining. Like that just seems so.
Chuck E.
It seems
Cheese's.
too much work.
Yeah.
Like I just want to eat. You know? Like okay, so Arendelle is not interactive. It's a show, so you can just eat your dinner, watch the show, enjoy it, so on and so forth. But if you've got to like interact, like dude, I'm trying to eat my steak, and now I got to stop and go sling webs or something. Like, no,
but your kid though may not want to eat what you guys have bought. That's the only thing I could think. Like you're right. Like I would.
Oh, like chilled monkey brains?
Yeah. Well, with your children, you ever go with your little kids? He's like, here you go. I got you some. I don't know, fries and tater tots, and the kid eats one. And then he's just like, I'm bored, baby. This is so they go, well, go up on the stage and beat Loki there.
Yeah, but it's spoken like a kid that had it's spoken like a parent that had a kid a long time ago.
Well, this is true.
Dude, you just give them an iPad and an iPhone, they could care less.
About eating at all.
I'm telling you, like, they'll be in the middle of the show and they'll be watching it and be like, can I have your iPad? I want to go on Roblox.
Be like, Roblox?
We're paying to watch.
Yeah.
Look, Spider-Man's fighting the Green Goblin. Yeah, I would just rather be on Roblox.
Be like, the world's about to end for everybody in this house if you're not watching this show right now.
Like, you could do as much adult entertainment. You don't even have to worry about the kids anymore. Now that they have an iPad, they have endless entertainment.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they have Wi-Fi in the Disney cruises, right?
Yes, they do. It's kind of rough, but they do.
Hopefully, they get parental control.
It's all satellite. Yeah, it's all satellite.
Do an escape room to turn the Wi-Fi on so kids can play Roblox. So
it's an extra charge, too.
So you're saying the interactive show is kind of pointless for kids in this day and age, possibly?
Well, it depends on what the interactiveness is. I mean, I'm telling you, I've been at a couple of Disney restaurants with my child, and after a little while, it's like, okay, can I have your iPhone now? Can I have your iPad now? Because I want to, play this game or do this thing and that kind of thing. I mean, we've come a long way from the coloring sheet.
Yeah.
You remember that was it?
Yeah, that was great.
If you were lucky, you had a word scramble and a coloring sheet, and that was what you got going on. Yes, that was supposed to keep your attention. So is that everything, Lane?
That is pretty much it, man. What do you guys think overall? I mean, I know everyone is got a different level of excitement for each thing that may be on the ship. I mean, I'm unfortunately still to that point. I need to do a Disney cruise so I can check this out. So to me, this is all great. This is all new. Like I would love to experience all of it. The Star Wars thing especially. Now, they didn't seem to mention a lot of other Star Wars stuff, in this. Like we got the lounge, and I'm sure there'll be some characters around and things like that, but it's not like they didn't mention as much as they did with Marvel.
Well, they've kind of botched Star Wars.
Marvel.
If the new Star Wars had worked out, I'm sure you'd have a Jedi training academy on this ship. But because they botched it and they got Marvel right, you're going to get the Marvel Superhero Academy.
We get some Mandalorian in there or something. They did good with Mandalorian.
That's not bad. That's actually a good idea to go ahead and put the Mandalorian in there. Baby Yoda.
They just fly around in a jetpack around the ship. Like, yeah.
Yoda duck.
Staring at a TV screen the entire time. Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's exciting.
Well, hey, that would be a real, what do you call it, attraction at sea if they had a Mandalorian simulator style attraction.
I think an actual attraction.
That would be kind of cool.
Yes, I think that'd be kind of neat.
Can I tell you, that's my one critique about everything I heard. It's like most of the stuff just belongs in the parks. Because I've never been on a cruise. We tried to book a cruise. We're still trying to book a cruise. We're still in limbo. But I would think that if you're on a cruise, you would want to in some way be reminded that you're on a cruise. It seems to me that there's a whole lot of things to distract you from the idea that you're on a cruise. And where is the stuff that ties into the idea that you are actually doing they don't even use cruise related, Finding Nemo would be a natural. Moana would be a natural. Little Mermaid would be a natural. There are so many elements that you could use from a cruise perspective that helps you feel it. But it seems like we're designed to stop you from realizing that you're on a cruise.
That is interesting. You're right. You're absolutely right. My take on this is like, I'm excited to see the boat, but I would be happy booking any of the ships in the Disney Cruise Line fleet. There's a lot of unique things to this ship, but I'd still be happy with anything else.
You've been on the Disney Dream, right?
I've been on the Dream and I've been on the Wonder. Those are the two ships I've been on.
And the better of the two are the...
Well, it's the Dream. It's a bigger ship, but the Wonder, I mean, it's kind of skewed because the Wonder was my honeymoon. So that boat will always have a special place in my heart for that.
Motion of the ocean.
Yeah.
So how does this compare to the Wish? Like in terms of offerings?
I think it's similar. It's just more on a grand scale. I like that they're able to offer, the different areas of the Disney, the Star Wars, and the Marvel universes, which are big for them, and they don't have to rotate it or do that. So I think that's cool that they have the space to do it. But overall, between the Disney Dream and the Disney Wish, it's roughly the same stuff. Just on a different scale.
Give me an idea what you mean by that. Roughly the same stuff. Like,
well, you have some kind of a water slide that happening. You still have the same kind of sectioned off areas. You have the adult area, the family areas, the teen areas, and the kids and the crew area, pools, type of things. Same kind of rotation of the restaurants, even though they're differently themed. You have the high end adult restaurants, so it's the same formula, just maybe on a bigger scale because they have the room to do more stuff.
Can I ask you this? Like, is there a lounge that you would look at and be like, clearly it's not going to be in the level of the Star Wars Hyperspace Lounge, but it's somewhat comparable? Is there a lounge on that ship where you're like, oh, that place was that was fun. It was very immersive. Like,
that's the one advantage I'd say they have is they have that immersive lounge.
Yeah.
The other places do have an adult lounge, which I found to be quite fun. They do things like tastings and all that, and it's devoid of children, whatever else. So you have like that calm and peacefulness for a little bit while your kids are playing. So for adults, it was a really good experience. But to have that little extra added flavor of an immersive experience for the adults, more or less, I think that's a good little extra step, good little extra difference.
I think that's interesting though that they do. How do I say it? So much of the adult stuff is not themed. There's nothing out of the ordinary other than it's just for adults and it's adult, level. Like you said, the infinity pools, the hot tubs, the bar service, kind of things like that. But this ship has adult things that are themed.
Correct. Yeah. And this, that addresses Danny's question as well. Is like, the ones on the other ships aren't specifically themed. They're adult themed, I guess. You have the sophisticated look, the colors, the wood grain all over the place. So it's like, a level like that.
Yeah, it's an adult area, but it doesn't have like Star Wars or
exactly.
Marvel
but if you're like
whatever.
a geeky adult like me, I think that would be awesome to have like the Star Wars immersive experience with my drinks.
Can I ask you this then? We don't know for sure, I don't think. I mean, they do list Star Wars Hyperspace Lounge among the adult offerings. But, I mean, I got to imagine, like Oga's Cantina, you can go in there with your kids.
This said, they put this in the adult category. So I'm thinking
no, for sure. But that's what I wanted to ask Kevin. So in the lounges on the Disney Dream, could you bring your kids?
No, in the specifically the ones that are specifically designed for adults, in the adult section, you do not bring your kids there.
Even if there are starships
even
flying.
Yes.
Oh,
well,
that's
I don't know.
mean.
I don't know if they're going to do because this is the first time they've done it on the ship, right? So I don't know how they're going to approach that. They had a wine tasting bar that was not in the adult portion of the ship on the Dream. But I mean, mostly adults were there because the kids are not really going to sit there and taste wine. But it was like in the middle towards the atrium. But I mean, I'm sure if kids wanted to hang out while your parents were sitting there tasting, sure, why not?
Yeah, because if I'm a 16-year-old kid and my parents are in the Star Wars Hyperspace Lounge and they're like, "I'm sorry, you can't get in," I would break into that thing. I have to see it.
Yeah, I don't think the Star Wars thing is going to be there. I think the adult areas are still going to be the adult areas where you definitely can't bring kids in there. But I think things like that, I think they would have a hard time trying to keep that separate.
Yeah, I would agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I agree. It's just interesting that they said specifically that it was an adult area. They categorized it as an adult area, so that's interesting.
Well, I mean, I guess you got to categorize lounges and bars as adults. But I mean,
look, they got the whole Oceaneers Club, and I would love to sit there and play around with that, but I can't because I'm an adult.
At least you can tour it.
I can tour it, but I can't sit there and play all day.
Well, right. But I mean, just let me see the lounge. I don't need any of the drinks. Like if you go to,
I want to make a suit. I want to make a suit and wear it and zap some people and thwip.
There you go.
You want to thwip?
Yes, I want to thwip. I'm going to thwip all day long.
Thwip.
Thwip.
That's right. Spider-Man them.
On your face, neck, and chest.
Web them up.
Gobs and gobs of thwip.
That's it. Web them up, buddy.
You know what? Whatever question I had, it has to
It's
bow
gone
down. It had to bow down to the gobs and gobs of thwip. Like I had like a real question.
I'm sorry.
No. That's all that's in my brain now.
No, you just talk about like the thematics for an adult as far as like what kids can have.
Penetrated.
Okay, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, the Grand Floridian, they have that bar, the Enchanted Rose. Is that what it's called? I can't remember if that's the name or not. Lee, is that right? The Enchanted Rose?
That's it. Yeah. I believe
Okay.
So.
And they allow kids in there.
Yeah.
And
I imagine the spaceship one is going to be like that. I doubt that's going to be in the adult section.
that would be so cruel not to let
Their
kids.
adult section is very, I don't want to say refined, but it definitely looks like an adult section. Like no kid would want to wander in there and be like, oh, this is great. No,
Yes.
they'd be like, no, I'm going to get out of here.
Yeah, there's no action happening here.
No, this is very, oh, yeah, this is
we're in space.
I'm going to have my cocktail. Yeah, I'm going to sit in my lounge chair.
But we
That
would
kind of
like a
stuff.
brandy.
Yes. Or like
Get
a
a
brandy
cigar.
sniffed.
So you allow you to smoke in these places as well? Then,
No,
too?
I can't imagine.
Oh.
Even though like you'd be out in the ocean, yeah, I'd imagine that you could, but
On Carnival, they have smoking sections.
oh, do
So
they?
I don't
That's
know-
Carnival,
I don't know.
though.
But I don't know if Disney does. I gotta say no.
They also
but
have a
I'd
Lido
have to
deck at
research
Carnival,
it.
which I'm sure Disney does not have a Lido
I
deck.
mean,
No,
but
they're
come
not.
on.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That's where you can go smoke. That's the only place you can go.
The
smoke
Lido
on the
deck,
Lido
yeah.
deck.
Lido deck.
No, I'm
huh?
curious to know because every cruise ship has a fireworks show, and they didn't mention this on this.
they did.
Did they mention the
they
fireworks
did.
show?
They didn't go into details, but they did say that there would be a show.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, great. I'm curious to know what kind of show that is because they're the only cruise line that's allowed to do that.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
what?
gonna be
what?
Star Wars.
They're the only cruise line that's allowed to have some kind
I
of
see what you're
firepower.
saying.
Because if not, they would have to be labeled a naval ship of war,
I got it.
Oh, wow.
which would be awesome.
That kind of would be awesome.
Mickey Mouse coming for your ass.
You know, Disney has the largest submarine fleet in the world. I mean,
Yes.
you know, why not?
Yes.
That's kind of cool, actually.
All right. Well, look.
Yeah, that's
I
Disney
think we
Wish.
said it all, right?
Look, I'm excited to hear more about this in the future because I know they're going to come out with details the closer we get to the bookings because I know they want to entice these people. I want to know the menus. I want to know what they're serving in these restaurants. What's going to make it unique? Why do I want to book with the Palo Italian steakhouse place? Like convince me why I want to go there. I'm curious because I can't wait to get into the details that they're hopefully will divulge later this month in May.
I'm big on the entertainment thing because if all you got is a Broadway show of Beauty and the Beast, I've seen the original, I've seen the remake, I'm good. Seen the original of Aladdin, I've seen a remake of Aladdin, I'm good. I want to see something new.
I guarantee you they're going to have the Golden Mickeys. And they didn't mention it, but I'm sure they're going to have the Golden Mickeys, which is like their award show.
Yes, I
That
remember
they
you
have on
saying
every
that.
boat. Yes.
Okay.
You know, it's just a fun little award show, and
Good.
I'm curious to see how they do it with Chapek, because they had Bob Iger last time I was on there because he was in charge. But I know my kids, one thing that they were hoping to see if they had like something like the Midship Detective Agency, which is like that little immersive thing.
I was wondering about that. The
They
Muppets.
asked, the Muppets.
Yes.
They asked about it if they were going to have something like that. I was like, I don't know. They didn't say anything. But I can't imagine they're going to leave that off of this. 'Cause
Right.
my kids love it. We love doing it, and the best thing apart is like you don't have to do it in sequence. You can do it as you come across things.
Right.
So hopefully we'll see. I think they'd be stupid to leave that out. But
Well, you were talking about like in a Disney escape room. That's like kind of like the closest
Yes.
that you've got to it.
I think that'd be great if they had a Disney escape room on board a ship, But maybe, who knows? We'll see. I'm sure details in a couple of weeks. This is May 1st when we're recording this podcast. You can start booking later this month. Hopefully we'll get more details. Yeah, so Lee, thanks, man. Look, listeners, if you want to book, man, make sure you book with Lee at Magical Moments Vacations because every booking with him helps to support the show. And I checked our bank account and we could use it.
Yes.
So make sure you do that,
True that.
especially when everything's opening up.
We got a Disney Wish trip to save up for.
Yes, absolutely. And if you do want to book with Lee, stay tuned and we'll tell you how to do that in just a little bit. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed that discussion about the Disney Wish and Trader Sam. If you want to learn more about us, magicourway.com is the way to go. There you'll find our social media links, past episodes, and more. Also, if you want to get in touch with us to share your opinions, you can do so through the following ways. Shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com, or you can call or send us a text message. Yes, I did say text message at 1-815-WEEKEND. That is 1-815
Mo Weekend.
669-4226. And of course, we have a couple of guys do things outside of the podcast. First of all, we got Eli does things with comics.
Hey, Rob Liefeld here. Deadpool, Cable, X-Force, Domino, Marvel Comics, Image Comics, all of it. You guys, what is up? Eli Ivory. What a great name. Eli Ivory, comic guru. I'm here to talk about you. I am here to say, check out ivorycomics.com. That's right, you. Check out ivorycomics.com. ivorycomics.com. If you're not doing that, you're missing out. You're missing out. The Savages comic cannot be beat, cannot be surpassed. You need to check it out, experience it for yourself, and you know the story. It's all about the glory. Congrats to you and all the magic that you're making with your Ivory Comics, Eli Ivory, comic book guru. Check out ivorycomics.com, comic book guru, Eli Ivory, the whole package. Deadpool said to. Do it. ivorycomics.com right now. Liefeld out.
Man, thanks, Rob. Appreciate that. And of course, when you go to the Ivory Comics website, you always get a link to this podcast so you never miss an episode. So you get all the lives, you get the interviews, you get the art. You get the whole package, just like he said. You can also find me on Facebook.com, Eli H. Ivory. I'm over there. So as long as you're a real person, how you doing? You're welcome. And if you're a bot, I just wish you just get on the cruise and cruise out my life. Other than that, you can visit the Project Geisha Facebook page, so facebook.com/Project Geisha. Instagram, I'm there as well. You can find me there at EIV504. And of course, on Twitter, I can be found at Hancock10166. So if you just appreciate the madness, then you're bringing me the gladness. Thank you very much.
And if you want to book a vacation on a Disney cruise starting later this month in May, please do so through Lee. Every booking will help the Magic Our Way podcast as well as Lee's Pocket. Lee, tell them how to do this.
Just give me a call at 832-431-1621. That's 832-AQUA. Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century.
Nice.
Nice callback.
That's 832-DUCKDGR. You can email me at lee@magicourway.com. Facebook, you can find me at facebook.com/Lastovica Travel. That's LASTOVICA Travel. Instagram, you got a friend in Lee Travel. TikTok, you got a friend in Lee. And if you do any of that, we'll get you hooked up and booked up with no
Hasselvika.
And ladies and gentlemen, Lee's coming in a couple of weeks, so you might see us all on the TikTok of his.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a dance. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Yes, right.
Do a little dance.
Fun. Do a little dance. Make a little love. No.
TikTok tonight?
TikTok tonight. That's right.
You don't need to be making any more love over there, Mr. Three Girls.
Senor Tres Females.
Yes, Females.
That's right.
You got enough weddings to pay for.
All the albums.
And colleges and everything else.
You okay?
Don't remind me.
It's fun stuff.
That's why I'm graduating in computers.
It's fun stuff.
You're missing out. You're missing out.
I know. I'm missing
Just
out.
make them athletes. You'll be fine.
Anyway, look, guys, in addition, there are so many ways to support the show as a whole other than booking with Lee. But please be sure you book with Lee.
Yes, please.
But anyway, all the other ways, you can find them all on our website, magicourway.com. Any way in which you can support the show is deeply appreciated. We also want to take a second and thank you for being our loyal listener, and we always love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are always welcome in the Magic Our Way podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So, my weekends, ladies and gentlemen, we say Kwaharini. My name is Kevin.
And I'm dating.
Magic out.
I have every intention of eating those bananas for breakfast, but I still somehow end up with tacos.
Hasmoth.
Hasmoth.
We're going to get that alligator up in there.
Get that shot.
That's right, the Hondo.
Go rape that alligator.
Oh, yeah, tell that gator go get it one day. Then tell your mama home, put it in gumbo.
All right. I actually bumped that button.
Is that our? Is that
that
our,
was a mistake? A happy
that was a
accident?
mistake. That was a happy
I thought you
accident.
wanted to shoot a message out to Kirk.
Yeah.
Yeah.